A quiet shift has been happening in modern dating, and most people don't notice it until they're already affected by it. A large portion of young men today aren't in relationships at all. For many, dating no longer feels exciting or hopeful. It feels discouraging, exhausting, and often pointless. A growing number of men report feeling invisible in the dating world. They swipe endlessly, get little to no response, and slowly start to believe something is wrong with them. Dating apps and social platforms, rather than making connection easier, often amplify rejection. When frustration turns into shame, labels and stereotypes can make things worse, pushing men to internalize their struggles as personal defects instead of social patterns. One of the biggest frustrations comes from how attraction is distributed online. Dating app data suggests that romantic attention is heavily concentrated on a small group of men, leaving the majority competing for what feels like scraps. This imbalance creates a sense that no matter how much effort is put in, better photos, better bios, better self improvement, it's never enough to break through. At the same time, men tend to pursue far more actively than women on dating platforms. They send more likes, start more conversations, and cast wider nets. Studies of app behavior have shown that most male interest is funneled towards a small percentage of women, while women receive far more attention than they can realistically respond to. This creates a feedback loop. Men feel ignored, women feel overwhelmed, and meaningful connections become rare for both sides. The situation is made worse by simple numbers. Many popular dating apps have significantly more male users than female users. This imbalance quietly turns dating into a competition where most participants are mathematically disadvantaged from the start. Even confident, well adjusted men can begin to feel replaceable when the odds are stacked so heavily against them. When romantic opportunities feel out of reach, some men look for easier forms of comfort. Digital substitutes, especially, become a way to cope with loneliness without risking rejection. Psychologists have noted that constant access to online stimulation can dull the motivation to pursue real world relationships. While this may temporarily ease feelings of isolation, it often deepens them over time, creating dependence rather than connection. The pandemic accelerated this shift. Isolation, reduced social interaction, and increased screen time pushed many men further into online escapes. Usage of adult content surged, not because desire increased, but because real intimacy became harder to access. Unfortunately, replacing human connection with artificial intimacy tends to intensify feelings of emptiness rather than resolve them. Beyond dating apps and social media plays its own role. Young men are constantly exposed to idealized versions of success, men who appear wealthy, confident, attractive, and emotionally unshakable. Even when these images are clearly curated or exaggerated, they still influence self-worth. Over time, comparison becomes internalized, and many men start to believe they simply don't measure up. What's often missing from the conversation is compassion. Many men are struggling quietly, unsure of where to turn or whether their feelings will be taken seriously. Addressing this issue requires reducing stigma around men's mental health and creating space for honest discussion without ridicule or dismissal. This isn't about blaming men, women, or technology alone. It's about recognizing how modern systems shape behavior, expectations, and self-esteem in ways we're still learning to understand. So, what's your perspective? Does modern dating feel fundamentally broken or just misunderstood? Share your thoughts below, and take care of yourself.